Oh, Bill Belichick didn't make the Hall of Fame. Shut up. Bill Belichick won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach, 2 more as an assistant, finished with 333 total victories, and owns more playoff wins than any other coach in NFL history. And somehow, he didn't get voted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame on his first year eligibility. On the surface, that sounds ridiculous. Let me preface this. Bill Belichick is a Hall of Famer. Let's put that out there. You cannot tell the story of the NFL without him. But getting into Canton and being a first-ballot Hall of Famer are 2 different conversations. Belichick needed 80% of the votes, and he did not get it. We don't know exactly what the voters was thinking, but I can think of 5 reasons why the voters may have decided to make him wait. And after thinking about it, I believe that wait could generate the perfect ending of the greatest dynasty football has ever seen. For 20 years, the biggest question surrounding the Patriots dynasty was always the same thing. Who deserved more credit, Brady or Belichick? Was Brady winning because he had the greatest coach ever, or was Belichick winning because he had the greatest quarterback ever? Then Brady left New England and went to Tampa Bay and answered his side of the questions immediately. In his first season with the Buccaneers, at 43 years old, Brady won another Super Bowl. He went through Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, won Super Bowl MVP, and lifted his 7th Lombardi trophy while Bill Belichick watched at home. That does not erase what Belichick accomplished. I mean, he built the defenses. He created the game plans. He adjusted from week to week better than any other coach that I've seen. But Brady proved he could leave Belichick, join a completely different organization, learn a different offense, and still win it all. Belichick never gave us the other half of that proof. After Brady left, New England went 29-38, made the playoffs once, and did not win a playoff game. So some voters probably asking the question Patriots fans hate hearing: how much of a dynasty was Bill, and how much of it was Tom Brady? Every responsible organization needs a succession plan, especially when his quarterback is approaching 40. But in 2014, New England used a 2nd-round pick on Jimmy Garoppolo. Belichick said that at the quarterback position, it was better to be early than late. He also directly referenced Tom Brady's age and contract situation. Now, I gotta be fair, we cannot prove that Belichick was definitely going to force Brady out of New England. But Jimmy Garoppolo was clearly drafted as a possible successor to Tom Brady. And here is the problem. After New England drafted Brady's potential replacement, Brady won 4 more Super Bowls. No, you heard me right. 4. Belichick looked at the greatest quarterback ever and understandably thought the end had to be close. Brady looked at Father Time and told him, hold on, Chief, 1 second. Garoppolo became a solid quarterback. He helped San Francisco reach the Super Bowl. This is no disrespect towards Jimmy G, none. But imagine if New England had actually chosen Garoppolo over Brady. Imagine watching Brady win championships somewhere else while Jimmy tried replacing a living legend in Foxborough. Belichick believed that no player was bigger than the system, but Tom Brady was the exception to that rule. Belichick deserves every credit for planning ahead, but he almost became early on the wrong quarterback. Now this is the reason that grinds my gears. The way he handled Mac Jones. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Mac Jones was guaranteed to become an elite quarterback. We don't know that. But after his rookie season, New England had something to build around. Mac completed nearly 68% of his passes, threw 22 touchdowns, made the Pro Bowl as a replacement, helped the Patriots win 10 games, and got them back into the playoffs. That is a successful rookie season. And then Josh McDaniels left. And Belichick did the unthinkable. Instead of surrounding his young quarterback with an experienced offensive staff, Belichick handed major offensive responsibility to Matt Patricia, a coach whose background was overwhelmingly on the defense. Think about that. Your young quarterback had just shown promise. He needed stability. He needed development. He needed someone who understood modern quarterback play. Instead, this offense was placed in the hands of a longtime defensive coach. The offense became confused and predictable. Matt became frustrated. His production dropped significantly. His confidence disappeared, and the relationship between the quarterback and the organization never fully recovered. Even the Patriots' own website later described putting Patricia in charge of the offense as beginning of the end for Mac Jones in New England. Mac deserves responsibility for his own mistakes. I give him that. He did not play well enough, and he did not always handle adversity well. But Belichick was the adult in the room. He controlled the coaching staff. He controlled the direction of the team. And instead of helping his young quarterback take the next step, he created an environment that helped push him backwards. Maybe Mac Jones was never going to be the next Tom Brady. Nobody was. If you think about it. But Belichick took a quarterback who appeared to have a future and helped derail that future with one of the strangest coach's decisions of his career. Y'all forgot about Spygate? I didn't. This is the reason voters can point to without mentioning Brady, Mac Jones, or the final years of the Patriots dynasty. In 2007, the Patriots were caught illegally videotaping the New York Jets defense signals from the sideline. The punishment was serious. Belichick received the maximum line of $500,000. The Patriots were fined another $250,000, and the team lost a first-round draft pick. Patriots fans will argue other teams study signals, but the violation has been exaggerated, and that videotaping from the wrong location does not explain 6 championships. And I agree with that part of that. Spygate does not explain 20 years of domination. It just doesn't. It does not explain Malcolm Butler's interception. It does not explain 28-3. And it does not explain Belichick shutting down the Rams in Super Bowl 53. But it damaged the trust. Once a team gets caught breaking a rule to gain information, every close victory becomes suspicious to somebody. Every great adjustment becomes evidence to a conspiracy theorist. Every championship gets drugged back into the same argument. Belichick's resume says Hall of Fame without hesitation. But Spygate gave voters a reason to separate Hall of Famer from first-ballot Hall of Famer. Maybe they're not keeping him out forever. Maybe they were giving him an unofficial 1-year punishment. When most coaches have a bad roster, they can blame the front office. Belichick could not do that because Belichick was the front office. He had enormous control over drafting players, signing them, trading them, and deciding who was worth keeping. And late in his Patriots run, the roster stopped being good enough, especially on offense. The receiving talent declined, the offensive line became unreliable, the team struggled to draft and develop difference makers. Brady left, Gronk left, Edelman retired, and New England never created a new offensive identity. The defense could still keep up the Patriots competitive because Belichick could probably build a respectable defense using 3 linebackers, 2 defensive backs, a long snapper, and somebody he found working overnight at the gas station. But offensively, New England fell behind the modern NFL. The Patriots did not win a playoff game after Brady left. Belichick's final season ended 4-13, the worst record of his head coach's career. Years of questioned drafting and coaching decisions left the offense without enough talent to compete. That is where the two versions of Belichick collided. Belichick, the head coach, needed more talent. Belichick, the GM, did not give him that. And because he controlled both sides, he had nobody else to blame. So there's my 5 reasons. Bill Belichick won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach and appeared in 9. He built a dynasty in a league designed to prevent dynasties. He changed game plans, rebuilt rosters, and dominated for 2 decades during the salary cap era. He belongs in Canton. But maybe the voters accidentally created something more fitting. Tom Brady becomes eligible for the Hall in 2028. And me personally, I think it would be a perfect decision for Belichick and Brady to walk into Canton together, hand in hand. I mean, come on, for 20 years, we argued over which one made the other great. The truth is, neither man creates that dynasty without the other. Brady needed Belichick's preparation, defense, discipline, and ability to adapt. Belichick needed Brady's leadership, execution, clutch performances, and unmatched obsession with winning. They separated, and Brady proved he could win without Bill. Belichick never got the same ending without Brady. But their legacies will always be connected. So maybe they should receive their gold jackets the same way they built the greatest dynasty in NFL history, together. Bill Belichick should have been a first-ballot Hall of Famer. But Bill Belichick and Tom Brady walking into Canton side by side, I cannot think of a more fitting ending than that. Do you believe the voters were wrong for making Belichick wait? And would you like to see Brady and Belichick enter Canton together in 28? Let me know in the comments.